NFTs are crashing, and that's one of the biggest sentiments I've seen floating around the internet lately, along with the whole Terra Luna crash and the fact that the rest of the financial markets are likewise suffering. So why is this all happening? Why are so many NFT projects decreasing in value, even including some of the most popular blue chip projects? And is this whole NFT era essentially over? Well, I don't think so, and I'm gonna tell you why I believe that NFTs are here to stay regardless of what's happening right now in the market. I'm Devin Cook. Don't go panic selling your NFTs just yet, and welcome back to Dev Money. Now, if you've been out of cell service in the Caribbean for the last week or otherwise living under a rock, here's what's been happening. We've seen some of the biggest collections like Bored Ape Yacht Club lose about 25% or more of its value in just the last week. We had seen an all-time high floor price for Bored Ape Yacht Club around 150 Ethereum right before the Other Deeds NFT launch, but now the floor price is sitting in that upper 80 range. CryptoPunks also lost about 15% of their value and are now trading in the low 50 Ethereum range as well. VeeFriends, World of Women, Cool Cats, Doodles, they're all down, and they're down big time. So why did everything crash like this? Well, you probably know that the crypto market and the NFT market are very tightly correlated, and things haven't been going very well in the crypto markets lately, to say the least. Bitcoin dropped to a low price of just over $25,000, which we haven't seen since 2020. And Ethereum was down to about $1,700, which we last saw in June of 2021. And let me show you how this affected the NFT market as a whole. Because what we're gonna see in the crypto markets is that the global crypto market cap is just $1.23 trillion, a 6.3% decrease over the last day. And the total crypto market volume over the last 24 hours is $91 billion, which is also about a 30% decrease. And if you start scrolling through the cryptocurrencies, the top 100, you're going to see in these last 7-day percentage range that Bitcoin has lost 20% of its value, Ethereum has lost over 26%, Binance Coin lost 25%, XRP lost 30%, Cardano lost 35%, Solana lost 42%, Dogecoin 34%, Polkadot 27%. So you can just see that there is a lot of red in the markets. And if you continue scrolling, you're going to see that pretty much every coin is down in a large way. We're seeing some coins in that 40% range. Obviously, things like Terra UST down 81%, which is a big deal. There's a lot to read and learn about that if you haven't looked into it. And we can see how that translates into the NFT market, because when we come over and we look at the top NFT collections by sales volume over the last 7 days, other than Azuki, which has had a 210% increase in volume, most of these other collections are down in volume. 90%, 65% for Mutant Apes, 50% for Beans, 68% for Project PXN, 53% down for Doodles, 26% down for Moonbirds. And so you can see also just a lot of red in the markets as you continue scrolling down, seeing all of these projects. Axie Infinity is down 33%, VeeFriends is down 13%, World of Women Galaxy is down 53%. So what's happening in the crypto markets, you can see almost one for one reflected in the NFT market. But that's just what the 7-day looks like. If you go out and look at the 30 days in the NFT land, some projects are doing okay. For example, Other Deeds, Moonbirds, they're just trading sideways basically. Bored Ape Yacht Club, still up 30%. Mutant Apes, up 71%. 97% up for Beans. Murakami Flowers, up almost 500%. And if you scroll down, you're gonna see a lot more green if you look at that 30-day range, because a lot of the red is coming from that last 7-day window. And you can see that if you look at the trading volume by day on OpenSea, we can see this massive spike right here. This is around the Other Deeds time, so we got a huge spike, obviously. But especially since the start of May, we're trading down. We even had this low point of $52 million in sales in one day, which is exceptionally low. And so you can see this downward trend right now on the day I'm filming this, $38 million, although the day hasn't finished, so that does have potential to increase. And overall, if you want to see how many NFTs have been selling in the month of May, we are about halfway through, so we should expect to have about half of the NFTs sold that are going to be sold this month. But if you look at the chart, you can see that we only have 635,000 NFTs sold versus last month over 2 million NFTs. So if we double from this point that we're at, it only looks like we're gonna see about 1.2-ish million NFTs sold in the month of May, which is a massive decrease from the previous months that were sitting at 2 million, 1.8 million, 2.1 million, and then a massive 2.465 million. So there's definitely a lot of pain going on right now in the markets, but there are two main questions that I'm gonna answer, which I've seen a lot of people asking. Firstly, are NFTs dead? And this question is easy, for me at least. No, they're not dead. Whenever we get a correction in the market like this, some people, and sometimes a lot of people, take the opportunity to sell their assets, in this case NFTs, because as the saying goes, buy high and sell low. right? Oh, wait. And we've gotten into this negative downward spiral where people are trying to cut their losses and sell their NFTs before they lose even more money. But here's the funny thing about NFTs, crypto, and stocks. You don't actually lose money until you sell something. What I mean is, if you bought an NFT a couple months back at 3 Ethereum and now the floor price is just 1 Ethereum, that's only a loss on paper, meaning that it's not a realized loss. You've not actually lost money yet, because you only make money or lose money when you sell the asset and lock in the price that you're selling it at. Because if you don't sell and the price recovers, then everything's all fine and dandy. You're all set and you can sell and break even, assuming of course that the price does recover. So if you're in that boat of people worried about what's happening and your finger is just twitching over that sell now button over on OpenSea, don't do it. At least not until you hear this. Never sell your assets, whether it's NFTs, crypto, or stocks, based on fear or emotion. And as a matter of fact, don't buy off of emotion either. If you still have the same level of conviction for that NFT project that you're currently holding as you did on the day that you bought it, I wouldn't sell. Because if the fundamentals of the project are still the same and you still believe in the long-term success of that project, why would you take a loss just because you're worried about the current floor price? If, however, you no longer believe in the long-term success of the project you're holding, then there's no harm in selling. But just make sure that you're logically thinking through that decision and you're just not selling based off of your emotions. Now for the second question. What is the future of NFTs? Now, we've all seen over the last year and a half this meteoric rise in popularity and pricing of NFTs, which no one had even heard about really until the start of 2021. I mean, 2 years ago, who would have thought that an NFT, really just a digital image, would be selling for $69 million? I know I wouldn't have. And whenever you see something start to rise in popularity so fast, you start to wonder if it's gonna crumble. And like Gary Vee has said so many times, probably about 98% of NFT projects are going to fail. But also, most small businesses fail anyway, so this isn't really groundbreaking news. And since 2020, we've had 80% of all US dollars pumped into circulation. We went from about $4 trillion at the start of 2020 in existence to over $20 trillion in circulation right now. And what happens when you get this massive influx of cash in the market? Well, people and institutions are flush with cash, lending is cheap, and people start buying things. Stocks, real estate, crypto, watches, cars, and of course NFTs have seen all-time high prices in the last 2 years. But now with the Federal Reserve increasing the Fed rate in an attempt to curb inflation, that has a lot of people rethinking their investment strategies. And a lot of investors are taking a more risk-off approach and building up some cash reserves in case we do enter an actual recession. And the first things to get hit in times like this are alternative investments like NFTs. But just because we have a downturn in the market doesn't mean that there's zero future for NFTs and that they're just gonna die and go away. Downturns in the market or corrections are normal and healthy because nothing is gonna just go up and up forever. A lot of the trash NFT projects may never recover, but I think that the best NFT projects, the blue chip NFT projects, are gonna come back stronger than ever because the fundamental technology of NFTs is still groundbreaking, and I believe it's gonna be integral to the future of our society. NFTs are gonna take place of all event tickets, airline tickets, and memberships. They're going to be used to authenticate luxury goods and provide proof of ownership. And NFT projects are still going to be used as investments and provide unique utility to the holders. All of these things are still true. Remember that the crypto market is still in its childhood stage, which really puts the NFT market in its infancy. If 10 years from now, nobody is buying NFTs, nobody owns an NFT, and everyone just talks about them as that weird time period in 2021 and 2022 where people bought digital photos of apes for millions of dollars. If that happens, you have full license to come comment on this video and say, I told you so. But in an effort to keep you from abandoning all hope, NFTs are very much alive and here to stay. We're just going through a bit of a market correction. We still have some massive institutions and companies adopting NFTs in their long-term strategy for their businesses. I'm still very bullish on the NFT market, especially when you look at a 5 or 10-year time horizon. And even this year, I still have some high hopes for where the NFT market can end up. But just remember, when you're looking at something like this, something like NFTs that is just brand new and just getting started, looking at them from a 1 day or a 1 week standpoint or a month-long standpoint is really just not enough time. You need to be thinking about a 5-year or a 10-year time horizon for these NFTs and a 1-year time window at minimum. So if you disagree with me and you think that NFTs are just useless and you might as well just right-click save as, let me know down below in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.